All right, good morning, 603.
Good morning, 603.
Good morning, Mr. R.
Good morning, Ms. Canova. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
I guess nobody has to say good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Givelli, Ardelin, Justin. Good morning,
Morning.
Lonnie. Good morning, Saccone, Stephen M. Kyrie. Good morning, Branson, Noel, Angie, Jennifer. Daniel, camera, please. Good morning. Once the camera's on, Marley, Mr. R, and Tyrone Green. Thank you guys for showing up. It is 8:49. We are just going to do a little quick check-in. What I want you guys to do is for the quick check-in, not only about how you're feeling, but I want you to set a goal for this month. Actually, I want you to set a goal for this week. We're going to start small. We're going to do goal setting today. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to type your first and last name in the chat. So I would write Jennifer Canella, right? Today I'm feeling nervous because I have to get a procedure done for my back. And one goal I have for this week is that I want to try to be more mindful when school is over at 4:15, I log off and I'm not on the computer anymore. So first and last name, how you're feeling. I told you I'm feeling nervous because I'm getting a procedure done for my back after I finish with you guys. And then a goal that I have for this week is to make sure that 4:15, when we have to sign out as teachers, I'm not on my laptop starting today. That's my goal. And that's how I feel for today. If you don't want to type it in the chat, you can come off and tell us because we do have about 8 minutes. So who would like to go next?
I shared already, but I'll read mine. I said Rudy Diaz. Today I'm feeling tired, successful. And then one thing I want to be mindful of is to be more productive with everything in school and work. Just to be more on top of everything.
Awesome.
More than I have been, strictly because I feel like if I do that, then I'll be on top of everything else.
Awesome. All right, I'm just going to popcorn you all. So let's do Ardelin. Ardelin, can you tell us how you're feeling and what goal you have for the week that you would like to accomplish?
Maybe give them about a minute or two to think about it.
Sure. Jennifer. Jen, can you read yours? You have to speak up, honey.
Today I'm feeling calm and chill. And the goal I have for the week is to complete my I Ready time.
Awesome, to complete your I Ready time. Who else would like to go next? Okay, Kalani, since yours is coming in, can you read what you wrote? You can read exactly what you type in the chat. Go ahead, Kalani.
Today I'm feeling tired, and one goal I have for this week is I want to finish my drawing project.
Okay, to complete your drawing project and you feel tired. Noel, we're just going to take them, I guess, as they come in. Go ahead, bud. How are you feeling today? Yeah, how are you feeling, bud?
Noel De La Rosa. I'm feeling empty. One goal I have for this week is to get at least 80 in every subject.
Do you maybe want to tell us privately why you feel empty, or how can we help you not feel empty?
Sure.
You could tell us privately if you don't want to share with anyone. That way we know what's
All right.
to help you, okay? Thank you for sharing. Mr. Frederick, you're up. How are you feeling? What is your goal for this week?
I feel good, and my goal is to get at least at 80, like Newell said, and be more awake the entire week.
Okay. When you say you feel good, what do you mean? Good is a word. What kind of feeling goes with good? Are you happy, upbeat, energetic, chill? How are you feeling?
Chill.
You feel chill. Okay. Marley, you're up, Marley. How are you feeling today, and what goal do you have for the week?
Today I feel pretty tired and just staying kind of chill. And my goal for the week is to get at least 65 and up in all my classes.
Okay. So to pass all your classes for this week by doing your work. Mr. Hudson, how are you feeling today, and what is your goal? Wait, speak up a little louder, honey.
feeling upbeat today. Today I'm trying to get past two golf classes for time period.
Okay. What about you, Nia? Nia, how are you feeling today, and what goal do you have for the week that you would like to accomplish? Nia?
One goal that I say the question again. Can you say the question again?
So how are you feeling today? We'll start there.
Oh, I'm feeling calm and tired.
Okay. And what goal would you like to accomplish for the week? Ardeline, you're next. And it could be something as silly, like somebody said they want to do more Ayurvedic time. Somebody said they want to get 80s and up. Maybe you might want to get more sleep. Maybe you might want to go to bed earlier. What is the goal that you would like to do for you?
More sleep.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, you're up next, young lady. How are you feeling, and what is your goal for the week? That's what we're answering.
I feel chill and calm, and my goal is to do good in each grade and feel proud of myself and have an 80 and up.
I like that. Branson, what about you? How are you feeling, Branson? Branson, cameras, please. Branson, you could say it. You don't have to just type it.
All right, I'm not dealing with this whole camera situation. It's too early for this. We have 5 minutes to begin class. So Daniel, you're out again. Who else? Tyrone and Gigi. What's up, guys? Talk to me.
Tyrone's on his phone.
Oh, you on the phone? Okay, cool.
Gigi, Gigi, are you occupied? Can I get a breakout room?
Who said that?
Gigi. Can I go to a breakout room?
I mean, I could put you in a breakout room, but you could definitely private chat me.
Yeah, private chat us. You're okay. I think
private chat us is fine.
Private chat us. Thank you for turning your camera on. We
I'm
appreciate
gonna try
it.
to admit Daniel again before it hits 9 o'clock and see if his camera's on. If not, then I'll place him back in.
All right, so that's the first time. All right. Oh, Tyrone, your camera. Okay. So Connie,
again.
So Connie, how you feeling today? And what's the goal you would like to accomplish for the week, sir?
I'm feeling pretty tired today, and the goal I would like to accomplish by the end of the week is to boost all my grades up for all my classes.
I like that goal. And you know what? You're very smart and you're very capable. Showing up is the half the battle, right? When you show up, you can get the work done. All right, Mr. Green, how are you feeling today? And what is your goal for the week that you would like to accomplish?
Daniel, I re-admitted you, but I expect that camera to be on.
I'm feeling good. My goal for this week is get better grades.
Okay, to get better
I
grades.
feel like you guys are all saying the same thing. Why? Why is that so important? Why are better grades more important?
Yeah.
What else? You can have a person who go like, I want to write more in my journal. I want to get better at practicing piano. I don't know. Change it up.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying the same repetitive things. Think about your hobbies. I want to get better at a game. I don't know.
Yeah, think about what pertains to you. Don't just say because your friends are saying it. You know what I mean? Okay,
I want to get a better KD. I don't know. Like, say something though.
What about Mr. Melendez? Mr. Melendez, it's okay. How are you feeling today?
Steven, they're talking to you. I know that camera and that microphone works, so we need to hear your voice. Come on, everybody's doing it. Like we're in the middle of what, third quarter? You could definitely and should be able to hear your voice.
Mr. Melendez, everyone's voicing how they're feeling today and a goal
Thank you,
they
Dan,
have.
for letting that camera on. Leave it on, sir.
Daniel Flores, you need to come off mute and tell us how you're feeling and what goal you have for the week. So I'm going to
It could
ask,
be anything. It could be I want to get better at a game. I want to be practicing better to being a cook. I don't know. Whatever it is.
I want to learn how to do laundry and fold the clothes properly. Whatever it is, make my bed every day. Something small. Daniel, you're going to go. Unmute yourself. I'm asking for him to unmute and it's not letting me. We have less than 20 seconds and then we have to move on to class, guys, because we have a lot to do today. Azalea, I got your message. Thank you for letting me know that. It's excused. I'm going to text this to Mr. R, and then Mr. R can read the note that I wrote.
I feel chill on my goal is to wake up early.
Who said that?
That
Steve?
goal is a double standard. I'm letting you know that right now. In order to wake up early, you also got to go to sleep early. So,
Yeah.
double entendre right there.
Like, you know, by like 10 is a good time to go to bed. 10:30, so you can get up around like 7.
Some of you may say, well, that's early. I went to sleep yesterday at 3 a.m.
Wow.
finishing my paper. So
I went to bed at 11. I went to bed at 11 and got up at like, I heard the alarm at like 6:30, but I didn't get up till like 7:10.
I want to see.
And that's better.
Finishing my paper.
That's better because if we were in the building, guys, I would have to get up at 4:30 in the morning to leave my house by 6 to be at school by like, or 5:45, and I would get to school between 6:30 and 7, depending on the traffic.
All right, guys. Well, it is 9 o'clock. We're going to get started.
It's nap time. Yippee! All right. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking what we did on surface areas, and we're going to be finding out the net. And what the net is if I think of this book, okay, don't freak out by the name. It's actually a spiritual book. Okay, and if I was to open up this book and find out the net, it would actually be, what does it look like when it's unfolded? And then from that, you then are going to find the surface area of the rectangular prisms that you're going to be presented with. And I gave a really good example in there because Mr. R and I were talking. So we put like a pizza box to find the net of that. Like you have what a pizza box looks like when it's put together. And then your job for that problem is to disassemble it. That means pull it apart. What would it look like before it's put together? Before they give you the pizza in the pot, in the box. So that's what we're going to be working with. Just so that you guys know, Thursday we're going to review again area of triangles, area of trapezoids, area surface area, because Friday you're going to have a test on this because we're done with Unit 4.
You guys heard that, right?
We're having a test on Friday. So Thursday will be strict.
Quiz, a test. It's 30, 35, what is it, 30%? Yeah, 30%.
30, I think, right? So, and it will be done during our class time. We will take last minute questions. We'll go over the 3 formulas with you before you take the test with us here on Google Classroom. You will have to submit your notes for each problem just like a regular day. Okay, so we'll take about 10 minutes, about probably like 10 to 15 minutes of the class to go over like the area formula of triangle, trapezoids, and surface area on Friday. And then you will proceed to do the 7 problems, or I think 7 or 8 problems we created. I forgot how many we made. And then you'll turn in your notes so you can work out the problem. So you'll get graded on the quiz, the test, which is 30%, and the notes. And then next week, just so that you guys know where we're going, we're going to be doing statistics and probability. So we're going to be talking about the probability of tossing a coin. We're going to be talking about rolling dice when you play a game. We're going to be talking about playing cards. We're going to be talking about spinners. We're going to learn about mean, median, mode, range, box and whisker plots, dot plots, stem plots, all that good stuff. And then after spring break, when we come back in April, we're going to do test review for the state exam. So we'll do that for until about probably around Memorial Day. So we'll have about 5 to 6 weeks of strict review on everything we taught you. And throughout each checkpoint, each week, you'll have an assessment on what we cover. And then for the remainder of the year, in the end of May and all of June, we're going to be doing 7th grade math. So we're going to be teaching you about integers, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing integers. Add, subtract, multiply, and dividing integers with rational numbers, with fractions. And then we'll show you a 6th grade question that you learned, and we'll show you what the 7th grade question looks like, because it's very similar. It's just wordier. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we need a screenshot person who's going to screenshot the notes today. Who's going to be that? If not, I'm going to pick somebody.
How are you?
Hey, Miss Dahani. Who would like to take the pictures of the problems today? Somebody. You get 5 kickboard points and 2 extra credit points on your grade if you volunteer to do that. I know Branson did it yesterday. Do you want to? Nia, do you want to be the screenshot person? Or Ardelin, you want to do screenshots? Okay, Ardelin, put your name in the chat. Put screenshot equal your name, Ardelin. Okay, we're going to do the first 2 model problems, and then we'll just randomly call on you just because of time now. All right? My learning target is going to be read by Justin Hudson because I miss hearing your voice, bud. You got that, bud? Yeah? All right, my friends. All right, kids. So today there is no exit ticket. Okay, you just have to do notes and your independent practice because it is a little lengthy with the work. All right, Mr. Hudson is going to read the learning target. All you have to write down is the learning target in the surface area. Kyrene, get your pen or pencil going. Let's go, sit up. I see you because you're on my view. Get your calculators out, you'll need them. Trust me when I tell you. All right, Mr. Hudson. Whoa, I don't know what this upgrade is about. All right, Mr. Hudson, you are going to read for me what I'm going to put a purple rectangle around for pink, actually. Okay, so today it's Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021, Standard 6 GS4. Please read the learning target all the way down to the word length, sir. Mr. Hudson, loud and proud.
I can calculate the surface face of area figures that
You got to speak a little louder so we can hear you, please.
relate to the real world situation. I can calculate the value of the figures of the relating to the real world situations.
Hold on, freeze right there. Just want to repeat what you said. He said, I can calculate surface areas of figures that relate to real world situations. And I can calculate the volume of figures that relate to real world situations. Please read me the lesson notes a little bit louder. I know you can speak louder than that. Go ahead, project.
Today, we will be reviewing how to calculate the surface face area and volume of the figures that relate to the real world situation.
Great, you can stop right there. Kyrene, can you please read important vocabulary words all the way down to the word L length for me, please?
The sum of the area of the faces of the figure. Surface area formula. S equals 2 IW plus WH plus HL. Surface area. SA equals surface area, W equals width, H equals height, L equals length.
Perfect.
Surface area minus 2 length times width, plus 2 length times width, plus length times height, plus 2 width times height. Area.
Okay, you're good. You're good. So remember, surface area, you're taking 2 times the length times the width, plus the width times the height times the length. Okay. So today you're going to be learning about a net. And a net is a flat, unfolded representation of a prism or a pyramid, which look like this. We've been dealing with rectangular prisms. We didn't really work with triangular that much, but you'll see what we mean by that. We're going to do a triangular problem towards the end. There are bonus problems. There is a bonus problem that we put on the independent practice, which is based on what we did. It's a harder question, but if you get it correct, it gets added to your grade. And if you don't get it right, that's okay. Maybe next time, but try them. So Mr. R is going to read to you the review. We're going to review because these problems are like what we're going to see. He's going to read you this slide on surface area.
All right, guys. So it says surface area is the total area of all the faces of a figure. To find the surface area of a rectangular prism, imagine it's unfolded into 6 rectangles. Find the area of each rectangle and then add them all together. The sum is the surface of the area of the rectangular prism. Area of left side is 4 centimeters times 7 centimeters. Area of the top is 4 centimeters times 12 centimeters. Area of the front, which is 7 centimeters and 12 centimeters. Area of the bottom, which is 4 centimeters times 12 centimeters. And area of the right side, which is 4 centimeters times 7 centimeters. And area of the back, which is 7 centimeters times 12 centimeters. As you guys see, guys, they did those calculations for each one, and then they added all of them up to get the total surface area of 320 centimeters squared. Essentially, it's the same thing that we do, right, guys, when we think about 12, 4, and 7 on the top. So Ms. Canelo is being kind enough in writing down surface area formula, which is S equals 2 times length times width plus width times height plus height times length. So if I was just to plug in right now what I know about this same cube, realize that what they did was they unfolded the entire thing, right? So let's imagine that I had a box and I unfolded the entire thing. Before I do that, we always have a cube, right? And we learned how to do surface area. So what we do is we need to plug it in. So if I say 7 equals, let's go with length. The length in this case equals 12 centimeters, right, Ms. Canola?
Yes.
And we're referring, Ms. Canola, can you do me a favor before? Yes, I was just about to say that. We're referring to the top image, guys, not the bottom one. I just want to show you the comparison. We also know that the width is 4 centimeters and the height is 7. Now, if I was to plug in, right, utilizing the formula that we use in class.
You want me to write it?
Yes, please. It's S equals length time. No, don't write it over. We already know the formula. We want to plug it in now. So length equals 12.
Yeah, but okay. I like
Oh, you're going to write it out and then do it again? Okay.
because I don't want to make a mistake, you know, with what you guys say. Okay.
Okay, so 12.
Let me just make this smaller. Okay.
12 times 4 plus 4 times 7 plus 7 times 12. And that is going to give us length times width plus width times height plus height times length. And that equals 48 plus 28 plus 7 times 12, which is what? 84. If we add all of those up, what do we get? Anybody know?
What's 48 plus 28 plus 84, folks? You got calculators.
We definitely said you needed a calculator. I hope you guys are with me. I see Kareem jotting it down. Let's go, Kareem. For extra kickboard points, let's go. Write it down in the chat. Let's go, guys. Wake up.
Come on. More participation, the higher your grade is for class notes as well.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Anybody know? All right, if I beat you to it and I just grab my calculator, we have a problem. Let's go. Clear. We have 48 plus 28 plus 84. And I got a total of 160.
So
I just beat you guys to your own math. You see that? Now I got to double it times 2. 320.
No, not 320.
Centimeters squared. Apologies.
Thank you, Mr. Ossie.
So I definitely want to stop right here and let you guys see that there's a longer way, a very much longer way to find out the surface area, right? Everybody with me so far? Realize there's 2 ways. We're just showing you method 1 and method 2. Joel's trying to come in, Ms. Canela, at
2?
9.
Oh, okay. Write that down.
Ms. Canela, can you do me a favor and can you reduce the size like a lot? And stop right here. And can we just label or like draw a method 1 and then our method, like a box around it saying method 1?
So I think I know what you mean. Like here. Wait, hold on. This would say method number 1, like that.
Yes.
And then this
And
would be
then draw a box around the entire method 1 and then put it in, yeah, exactly, and put method 2 on the bottom. It's kind of weird, but oh, you can't move it outside of the spectrum.
no. But they can kind of see it if we do it this way. Look. You see?
Yeah.
And maybe they should screenshot this. The screenshot taker.
I'm going to take a screenshot of it. I just wanted you to draw a box on method 1.
Oh, wait. I got an idea. Hold on. Let me see
Yeah,
if this
like a
works.
loose box, just a red box on what's method 2, I guess.
Okay, wait. Let me see if this will work, Mr. R. I'm not sure. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it should work. Boom, right there. And then method, oh, you shouldn't do that pink, Miss Canola. The reason being is because method 2 is already red. So I don't want them thinking that it's the same. Can
So
you
let's pick a different color.
red for method 2, and draw.
Oh,
what
I
it
got
is.
you. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. Hold on 1 second. Like this.
Yeah,
Like
perfect.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
And then method 1 is the other one. You want me to put a black box?
No, that's fine. Just let
Just
them
like
know
this?
that we already labeled it and it's already in a box. That's method 1. What we did method 2, and that. Oh, can you draw an arrow or draw a line that it refers to the first image?
What do you mean draw a line?
I don't know. Somehow
Like
make sure.
like that?
No. To the 7 centimeters, 12 centimeters, and 4 centimeters. We use those numbers to make method 2.
Oh, so you want me to take, okay, I think I know what you want. You want me to take this and
Yes.
put it here?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was confusing me. I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure I'm trying to put myself in the lens of you guys. Do you guys understand this though? I need to see a whole thumbs up reaction. I'm putting the entire grid. I want to see everyone's face, and I want to see if you understand this. Because we just showed you 2 different methods to find surface area. So if I was to give you an exam and I'll say, okay, guys, use method 2 to find surface area, would you know how to?
Yes.
That's the real question.
Method 2 is just using the formula that we've been doing for the last 4 days, right? Method 1, what they did is Mr. R said is they pulled apart, they opened up the net and they found the area of each part because there are 6 parts here.
Ms. Danila, I'm not going to lie. I want them to copy that down. Let's give them another minute.
Can we just post it in Google Classroom because it is 9:15 and we're not going to get through the work.
All right, so then hold on. Command Shift 4. I'm going to take a picture for myself.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good picture. I'm going to leave it like this for the other classes.
Okay.
That way it doesn't have to be recopied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's laid out very nicely, you know?
Yeah. Again, do you guys understand this? Because you're going to have something like this on your test this Friday.
So
I'm letting you know right now. I don't want to hear, but Mr. Oh, you didn't show us this. We did show you this. And we're not doing the hand holding where we're showing you constant examples. I've been telling you about that. We're releasing you little by little. It's called gradual release.
Mhm.
Why? Guys, as teachers, we should always be holding your hands.
All right.
Telling you what to do.
So this is just the same exact thing that we just went over here. When you have this rectangular prism put together, this is what it looks like when you take it apart. Okay?
And I got a question. What method would you like to use? That's the real question. Kareem, would you like method 1 or method 2?
Method 2 is the formula. Method 1 is doing each one. Honestly, for me, I would prefer method 2. I'll tell you why. To me, method 2, I find is easier than doing each side. That's my personal opinion.
All right, I'm going to do enough talking. Go ahead, Ms. Canelo. Proceed.
So
We're
this
running
is just
short on time anyway.
this is just another image. Let's do this one. Okay, so Mr. R, you could do this one and I'll do number 2, okay?
It says sketch and label a net pizza box. It has a square top that measures 16 inches on the side and a height that is in 2 inches. Treat the box as a prism without, I can't see that, Ms. Canal, can you zoom in? Without counting the interior flaps that a pizza box usually has. So obviously they said sketch and label. Whoa. So what do we see when we sketch and label?
Actually, we can
Ms.
have...
Canal, the orthopedics is calling, can you?
Okay, so how are we going to draw this, guys? Who thinks they have a shot and how they would draw what that pizza box will look like? Because I made a sample here. Hold on. Oops, sorry. I just don't know where my sample went. Hold on, I think it's on my screen somewhere. What do you guys think that will look like? I just got it. Here it is. I think. Okay, I found it. So when you were to do it, it's going to look something like that. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to work. All right. So how would this look in your eyes? Can you guys see this? Can you guys see what I just shared on my screen? Can you guys see this? Somebody talk to me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I don't like to talk to a wall. I like people to see what I'm doing. Does everyone see this? Yes? That is what it would look like, okay? So when you think about this, I have this big rectangle. I got this big rectangle that is divided in half, and I have, it says here, it has a square at the top that measures 16 inches on its side. Well, it's 16 by 16. It has a height of 2 inches. So the height will be the top and the bottom, and then the sides that flap to make the box. Does everyone see that? So this is actually constructing the net, which is problem number 1. Does everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay, so please quickly draw that sample down in your notebook.
Miss Canella,
Yes.
I'm able to see it, but the other half is black.
How about now?
No, it's still black.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna hit stop share for a second. I'm gonna try again. So, can you all see that?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. You see, communication is key. So this is what the net of the reason why I have it pre-drawn here is because I can't draw it good like that, so I wanted you to see it. That the inches, right, are at the top, which are 16, and the height, which is the side flaps, make up 2 times 16. So technically, huh? Yeah, draw this image. Just sketch that, so you have that. So sketch this blue with the black numbers, and you have 30 seconds. You're making a big rectangular box. Okay, so I'm gonna actually try to do it over here. Let's see if I could, I can't draw it over here. Ooh, okay. So, yeah. Okay, so it's gonna look something like that. Everyone see? This is what problem 1 would look like if you had to draw it out. Okay? I've had it up now for about a minute.
I apologize.
Take a screenshot, whoever the screenshot person is, model problem 1 constructing net, and screenshot this picture. And that's what it will look like. And Mr. R, I'm going to text you that picture so you have it for, I did text it.
I have it already.
All right? All right.
You heard me?
Yes, I got you. I heard you. All right, guys, that's what that would look like. So now let's look at how we are going to,
Who drew that line?
That was me. Got it. That was me. Okay. So now let's look at this one. This one's really fun. I really like this problem. I'm going to help you on this one. So when we look at this, we see cameras should be on. When we look at this image, we see a lot of shapes. We see rectangles, we see triangles, right? We see all these numbers. We want to find the net of the triangular prism. So here's what we know. I'm going to color code this for you to show you. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show you. If this top is 8, guess what I know about this rectangle? That all these blue lines have to be 8. Does everyone see
You're
that?
not drawing nothing.
You don't see the blue line on here?
No.
Nobody sees the lines? No.
No.
Okay, let me reshare my screen. Let's try again. How about now? Can you all see the screen?
Model practice problem 2?
Yeah, can we see it?
Yeah, now I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is we want to find the net of the triangular prism.
Yeah, I can see that line.
If this, it's in blue. I'm going to use 8 for blue. If this is 8, this has to be 8. And this has to be 8. Because everything is the same. Okay? It looks hard. So I'm going to take my pen. I'm going to take my thing. And I'm going to write here that this is 8. And here, this is 8. Everyone follow that?
That also means the last line is 8 now.
Yeah.
So there's 4 8s, not 1.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. So now we know that that's 8. And we know that the side on the rectangle is 3. So 8 times 3, right?
Miss Canelo, Nathan de Jesus, 922.
Nathan. 9.
So in this.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is this. We're going to find the area of the triangle. To find the area of the triangle, we know that it's base times height. So area says base times height, right? Divided by 2. Oops. Divided by 2. So we're going to do area equals 3 times 4, because that's my triangle. I'm going to show you what that is. So when you look here, this is what it is. This triangle in pink is going to be the same triangle over here, right? So 3 times 4 is 12. Half of 12 is 6. Does everyone see that? This 5 is not relevant. We don't need that in the problem. So this would be 3 times 4 divided by 2. Area equals, oops, area equals 12 divided by 2. Area equals 6. Everyone follow that. So I'm going to put a 6 in here. You'll see why. So this is 6, and this is 6. Everyone follow me so far what I did?
Everybody with her? I don't see no thumbs up. I don't see nobody asking no questions. You guys all got this? All right.
Do we have to draw this one?
Say that again. Yeah, I didn't hear you.
Do we have to draw this?
Yes. So now I want to know the surface area. It's very simple. I'm going to multiply the 8 times the 3 because that's the area of the rectangle. 8 times 3 gives me 24. I'm going to multiply. I'm going to show you what I did here. I'm going to use green. Okay. So I multiplied 8 times 3, which gives me 24. Pick another color, Mr. R. Black?
Oh, no. Yellow. That yellow in the bottom.
This
The
one?
gold, yeah.
The gold? Okay. So now we're going to multiply 8 times 4, which is 32. Everyone follow me so far? I'm trying my best to help you understand, okay? Then we're going to multiply the bottom, the 8 times the 5. So let's use, I don't know, Mr. R, I want to use purple. 8 times 5. So then I'm going to go here. I'm going to write 8 times 5 equals 40. We got that? Then we have to take the triangles. We found that the area of those triangles were 6 because 3 times 4, as you saw here, was 12. Half of 12 is 6. So 6 and 6. So now I'm going to write here. I'm going to write 12 divided by 2, which was 6 for one triangle, and 12 divided by 2 for the other triangle was 6. Now I want to find the surface net. As you saw in the model problem that Mr. R showed you, method 1 was finding the net of each side, right? When you opened it up, you had to find the net to put it back together. So to find the total net, you have to add it up. So you're going to add all these numbers up to get an answer for surface net. So now you're going to add up all the numbers to arrive at the surface area of the triangular prism. So I'm going to use another color here. I think I'm going to do, I don't know, blue maybe. Maybe I'll do some blue here. Okay, so that you don't all see purple. So now I'm going to add up. I'm going to add, add. I'm going to add 32, actually 24 plus, I'm adding these purple numbers. So these are the numbers that I'm going to add. Check this out. I'm going to add all of those numbers up. I'm going to add here. Add to get the surface area. Okay. I actually asked my nephew too how he would tackle this, and he's in the 10th grade, and he said this is how he learned it in 6th grade. 24 plus 32 plus 40 plus 6 plus 6 is going to give me the surface area, which is how much? 24 plus 32 is what? 108. If I add this all up, the surface area would be 108.
You said 24 plus 32 is 56. 24 plus 32 is 56.
And 56 plus 40 is 96, right?
Yeah. 96.
And 96 plus 12 is 108, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to write it like this. Okay. So 24 plus 32 is how much? 56? 56 plus 40 plus 6 plus 6, which is 12. I'm going to do it this way. 56 plus 40 is 96 plus 12. So the surface area is equal to 108, which is choice C. Does everyone see that? Does anyone have any questions? That's the answer. Are we clear? They don't usually ask questions like this, and if they do, it's only one. So if you don't get it right, don't stress yourself out because there's only one problem. They don't usually test a lot of the geometry on the state exam or in general in the 6th grade curriculum. They mostly test what we taught you, like all of Unit 1, 2, and 3, and a little bit of Unit 4, but not much. Very small percentages. So let me just label before you take a picture that I'm going to say that these are the surface. I just want to label that this is the surface area of the figures. Hold on before you take your picture. Mr. R, you got this picture? You want me to take one for you? You're going to need this one. All right, so this is what problem 2 should look like, okay? Okay, it's going to look like that. Are we good? Where's my screenshot person? I hope you're putting this up. Okay, I'm going to give you guys another 30 seconds, and then we're going to move on to problem 3. And then problem 4. And then your independent practice. There is a bonus problem on there. So if you don't get the bonus right, don't get yourself worked up. It's okay if you don't get it right, but try it. Okay. Because when I first did this problem, I forgot to add the triangles. So I got 96 because I forgot to add the area of the triangles. All right, Mr. R, are you going to do this one? You want to pick someone to do problem 3 for us? This is pretty straightforward. Who's going to do this one?
Let's go with who knows the volume of a rectangular prism? Kareem, I like that. You raise your hand. Thank you. So let's find the volume of the following figures. Step 1, volume formula. What is our volume formula, sir? Talk to me.
So it's length times height times width, and the height is 6.
Good.
The width is 18.
Is it?
Yeah.
The width is 10, sir, right? It's the side. Always the side.
Yeah, the side.
And the length is 18.
Length is 18.
Yes? You with me?
So,
I'm not sure if I hear you.
Huh?
Say that again.
All right. So we do. We multiply.
Well, what did we get, sir? 6 times 10 times 18.
6. Wait, hold on. Let me look back at my notes real quick. We do.
Fine. What's 18 times 10?
That's easier.
18 times 10. That is
Come on. What's 18 times 1?
You don't need.
18 times 1 is 18.
Add a 0.
So it's 180. Now 180 times 6 is what? What's 18 times 6?
18 times 6 is that's.
I got Jaws hoping you hadn't.
No.
Look at the chat.
108.
0.
180.
1,880
Yeah, perfect.
Inches.
Squared, which is what Jaws said.
Perfect. And what does this represent, Kareem?
The value. So we have to add it. Multiply.
Is the volume. Okay. My screenshot person, please screenshot problem 3.
So it's 2,000 and
Well, we wouldn't double the volume because in volume, Kareem, all we do is multiply the L, the length, the W, the width, the H, the height. You're thinking surface area multiplied by 2. We don't do that in volume, which is a common misconception that kids make, okay? So for volume, as you said, you multiply length, width, height. That's it.
Okay.
Okay? Who's taking the screenshot of problem 3? Ardelin?
I already have it, so just in case.
Wait, but the student has to take it to put it in.
Yeah, I know.
Student, did you take it? Can you please talk to us and tell us if you took the picture, if you're the screenshot helper? Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, we're gonna do problem, Mr. Fort, I don't know. Problem 4, it says complete in a breakout room, but you wanna just do it here, Mr. R? Because it is already 9:33,
This
okay.
is easier, right? So Kareem, you just walked me through this. It says the rectangular prism is shown below. Find the surface area of the rectangular prism. Now that you know which one I told you is the height and the width, you could possibly do this, right? So surface area formula equals S equals, Joel, got a hand, Joel?
Let him do it, yeah.
What? I don't hear you, so you're talking really low.
Hello.
There you go.
Surface area formula is length times width plus width times height plus height times length.
Good. So identify the L for me. What is the L?
5 centimeters.
Mm-mm.
No.
The side is always going to be the width. Again, if you imagine it
4
right in front of you, the side is always going to be the width. No. There you go.
Side is 5 is the width, and then 4 centimeters is the length, and then 10 centimeters is the height.
Perfect. Now, after knowing all that, we got to write it in the formula, right? So S equals 2LW plus WH plus HL. Length times width is just 4 times 5.
4 times 5 is 20 plus what is that? 50 plus 50 because 5 times 10 is 50, and then plus 4. 10 times 4 is 40.
And Ethan said it's 110.
Yeah, because 40 times 50 is 90.
Times,
plus
not times. Wait.
Plus.
40 plus 50 is 90. You said 50 times 4. Careful.
50 plus 40 is 90. Plus 20 is 110.
Okay, so we got that.
110 inches squared.
Added 90 and I don't know what you're doing right there.
Oh, sorry. I meant to put 110. My mistake. I'm sorry, Mr. R.
All right, 220 centimeters squared.
You guys got that? Yeah.
Now I got a question for you guys. What is the surface area if I unfold the entire box?
Oh, that's a good question. If he was to unfold this rectangular prism, if you were to find the net, what would it be?
You guys gotta be kidding me. This is exactly the misconception I was thinking of. Okay. 440? Nathan, how did you get 440?
You double it?
He doubled, obviously.
Because I doubled it because it's 5. So then if you unfolded it, wouldn't it be the same length and height but times 2?
So I'm gonna explain something to you. Miss Canella, can you do me a favor? I'm gonna take a picture of this. Let me scroll down a little bit. Let me take a picture of this real quick. And then I want you to scroll up to that first picture that we did with the one I read. Nathan, stay right there. Don't move.
I mean
Right
that.
there. Guys, now check this out. They unfolded this exact same cube. These are 2 of the same cubes, right? Realize that when we did the surface area formula on the bottom, which is highlighted in blue using the method 2, is 320 centimeters. But when they unfolded it, they got what, Nathan?
320.
They got 320.
So isn't that the same thing?
Yeah.
You guys see that? That's the whole point, which is why I'm asking you guys. There's 2 methods to finding surface area. Now let me ask you this. Is net surface area and surface area the same thing?
Type yes or no in the chat. Is net area and surface area the same thing? Yes or no, based on the images and what we just did.
They said no.
No. Can someone explain why they say no? Can you justify your answer?
Azalea, I see you're the second person I heard from Joel. So Azalea, why no?
Why not?
Because they have different steps to it.
They have different steps to finding surface area?
Or does it, or it doesn't matter which formula you use, you're still gonna get the same thing? I think I know what she's trying to
I
say.
think I know what you're saying. There's two different methods, right? The two different approaches. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, in that notion, yes, you're correct. My question for you is the surface area going to be the same in both?
Yeah, it should be.
Yes, it should be. Perfect.
Perfect.
So, okay, so you guys understand, right? Surface area is, and for surface area for both, net surface and surface area is going to be the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What you guys have to understand is that there's two different methods. And on the test, the state test, they like doing this to you. They like throwing you under, right? They're like, okay, let's throw them a different surface area to find.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make it hard for you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Everybody with me?
Yes.
Guys, this is important for you to understand, so I just need to hear from you. If you understand this, please write yes in the chat. Yes, I understand. All right, so for your independent practice, which you're going to be having and
I
doing
just
that
want to,
now.
hold on, Mr. R. I just want to kind of go over the bonus so they know what to do, okay? You cool with that?
I'm cool with that. I mean, I won't go over it, just explain it.
I'm not going to go over how to do it. I gave a hint in there. So your class, you're going to find the surface area for problem 3. You're going to find the volume, length times width times height. Okay, you're going to find this formula and the formula. Real quick check for understanding. Number 4, what is the answer for surface area? Type the surface area formula in the chat. You have 5 seconds to type A, B, C, or D for number 4. Mr. R, what do they got going in there?
B. A lot of B.
Correct. What about volume for number 5?
A, B, C, or D. I got a whole bunch of A's.
Perfect. Quick question. Here's the bonus. When you do this question, guys, if you read the question, it says, if all the triangles are equilateral or equal, what is the surface area of the pyramid? Find the area of one triangle. So
I got a question.
You're going to multiply 4.33 times 5, and you're going to get 21 point something. You're going to divide that by 2. And then you take that area and you multiply it by 4 triangles. So look, for anyone that's interested, 1, 2, there are 4 triangles in here. Do you all see that?
So in other words, guys, work backwards. You got to find the surface area of one triangle.
You got to find
and
the area.
then multiply it by 4. Same thing, same strategy.
Well,
they just like to confuse you.
Not necessarily. They would have to do it like this, right, Mr. R?
Yeah, and then multiply it by 4.
Yeah. So whatever that answer is, does anyone know what 4.33 divided times 5 is equal to?
I think that you did the right thing, Ms. Noah. I wouldn't continue.
Okay, divided by 2, and what's half of that?
10.825.
Okay, and then that's the area of 1. So to find the total area, you're going to take that number, right? And then you're going to multiply it by how many triangles? 4. And then you have to round it. I mean, 4.
43.3.
Okay, so 43.3. There's the answer. We're done with that. We're going to move on. You guys can continue working. And don't forget, that is due at the end of the class, followed by your note submission. Make sure your 30 minutes of iReady are completed. Again, it's a bonus question, so if you get it right, you'll get, I think, 16 points out of 15. Correct, Mr. R?